Obviously, in addition to printing, putting our material into slideshows, putting them on the web, putting them on your iPad or your iPhone or your whatever device is becoming increasingly important. There are even those who are saying the print is dead. Well, I don't think so, but
no.
These are important means of getting your stuff out.
But the screen is very much alive and becoming even more intriguing and interesting, with the iPads and high resolution, even high resolution on the back of the IQ 180. It's making an impact and a change in the industry.
Yeah, and how we create and consume images. How's that? Okay, so now we're going to be working out of Lightroom because it's my favorite way of working. And we have a video. Shameless plug for our video, Lightroom.
Yeah, Lightroom 3.
Buy it if you want to know how to do this because we're going to gloss over it.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's do first doing a slideshow.
Okay.
So this is if you just want to display your images on your laptop or on your desktop,
or projected with a projector.
On a projector. Here are my selects from my shoot in Mexico back earlier this year, and there are 383 what are in this smart collection called colored reds. This is a default. That's what I do. I just hit the number 6, which labels it as a red, and you have 5 different colors, and that automatically puts it into this category. And so these are my favorite shots, not necessarily ones I'll publish, but they're the ones that I like. And what I've done is I've made a quick collection over here of 30 arbitrarily, a small group, otherwise people get bored.
And the reason it's important to do a collection or a quick collection is the fact that these images, these color reds, may be coming from multiple different folders. And in doing a slideshow, you want to actually organize and put them in the order in which you want them. You can easily do that in Lightroom in a collection, but unless you're at the root level of a image folder, you can't change the order. So
so all I did was I went through the images over here in my selects, and I went B, 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 B. B puts them in a quick collection. Over here, they're in a quick collection. I do Command or Control A, selects them all, and then I went down to collections and I'd hit the plus, create collection. I won't do it because I've already done it, and I've got a collection here called Mexico Slides, Web, and iPad. Okay, so this is now this group of 30. So let's first look at Slideshow. Go to the Slideshow module. Let's call up the film strip because I want to make sure that I'm here at the beginning, the very first one. I want the slideshow to begin at this shot. I have a user template called Basic Gray. We'll just quickly go down. Stroke the border is on.
Do you like stroking your border?
Is on. I like stroking my border. I've turned off the identity plate, various things. Again, this is all in our Lightroom tutorial. I've put on a slight color wash. As you can see, just makes it a little more interesting. I've set gray as my background color. And down here, I've set the duration for the slides. Let's call it 2.5. 2.5 seconds with a 1 second fade. And it's going to repeat, and so that means it'll run continuously.
And if you wanted to you could do random order.
Why don't we do random order?
Okay.
Why not? And I'm going to hit play.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, that was...
It is kind of fun sometimes to do random order because then it gets you out of the responsibility of trying to figure out what order you want it in. So random sometimes. No, spontaneous. It's like, ooh. That's why I hit shuffle a lot on the iPod. No, you're spinning up a little bit on there because one of the things I was going to point out, and it's probably doing this now, is that you really need to build one-to-one previews before doing this. If you just import something and you haven't built really high-res previews, then it will struggle. It'll end up looking a little bit pixelated.
Well, this isn't, because this is the latest and greatest.
At the time of this taping.
At the time of this taping in mid-2011, this is the latest and greatest MacBook Pro. This is as fast as it gets, and it's able to actually generate large previews on the fly. But most computers won't.
But the images look very nice.
Thank you.
I do, on a laptop like this, the gray with the wash doesn't bother me at all. when I'm doing a projection with a projector, I really don't like any tone that is competing with the tone in the image, and I like to use a black background.
No, agreed. The problem is on a shot like that, where there's lots of black, that can be a little problematic, although that's one of the reasons I like stroking,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
So
there's Slideshow.
yeah, very simple. There are a couple of options. You can finally now export a video QuickTime, and you can export a PDF, which I don't like.
No?
No,
Why not?
it's just, I don't like the PDF transitions. It's not as smooth as what Lightroom does.
But a QuickTime would be nice.
Yeah, QuickTime, yeah.
So you can send that to someone and say, here's a slideshow of the shots from,
Yes.
you know, the trip, the shoot, the project,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. So that's it. That's Slideshow.
Yeah. The thing I'll point out is that, you know, Lightroom is kind of an all-in-one, and not unlike Photoshop, it's kind of like a Leatherman or a Swiss Army knife. There are third-party ProShow Gold I've used and really like for slideshows.
Right.
The other thing I tend to do is do an export and bring it into a keynote presentation. I do a lot of keynote presentations, and I'm comfortable using that, and I'll go ahead and demo how
Which is like PowerPoint. It's the Mac PowerPoint.
Yes,
Type,
yeah.
Apple's PowerPoint.
Yeah, and I'll demo how to do that to actually bring a keynote presentation
Mm-hmm.
into my iPad. So,
Okay. Well, I'm going to do the iPad also.
Okay.
Don't preempt me.
No, I don't know which order we're going to end up doing what, but we're going to do it all for you folks, so don't worry.
Okay, so that's Slideshow.
Yeah, and then I think the next thing will be to go ahead and do web.
Now you're forcing us to do web right after Slideshow.
Okay. So, note to editor, do whatever you want with that last bit.